I welcome everyone on my new show called Drishtikon, which means perception, perception of person, how person thinks. So, on the first episode of Drishtikon, I have invited my mother and maternal uncle, my mama, uh, who has been software engineer, who has been leading many teams and done great in Bosch company where he works. And today we are going to listen to his story of his life, how he has come from small village where nothing was available, and now he has traveled many countries around America, very many international trips, has great position, has done a lot of study in stock market. He has done a lot of study in other things also. He he's expert and overall good all-rounder. So his name is Mahesh Joshi. So starting, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, to start with, I would like to congratulate you, Aditya, for this starting this new show, and it's my pleasure to be here with you as a guest for the first episode. So I'm really excited
I'm
and
back.
I'm really happy about it. So
Thank.
it's all yours now.
So
Mhm.
how would you describe your childhood, and where was it? Where where was it from? Like, where did you belong to, and from where to where you went, and how was your studies? That what were your challenges till the teen
Yeah,
journey?
first of all, I would like to tell you that I hail from a very small village called Alan, okay, which is a part of Karnataka, northern Karnataka. And when it comes to childhood, okay, I have studied my schooling up to 10th standard in Marathi medium, okay,
Yeah.
as it is kind of a border area. And when it comes to studies, like I was studying in a school called Digambar Jain Part School, okay. One thing I would like to highlight when it comes to the childhood is compared to what child like compared to today's days, we had lot more freedom there, okay, and we had very few activities or distractions, I would say, okay, and even when it comes to the quality of air, quality of life, I would say it was much better. That is a good part of it, and today I see there are a lot of distractions or and lot many activities are there with that uh, it's very difficult to focus,
Yeah,
okay.
many plus
So
and
you
minus both are there. Positive
absolutely
and negative.
so
So yeah,
absolutely.
I
So
totally agree with
on
you.
the other side, yes, in today's world, kids have access to computers and they have access to the world's information. That is all the good part of it. But definitely slightly difficult to focus because of the too
Yeah,
many kind of avenues. Okay,
yeah,
and when it comes to studies, definitely I would say studies was one of the major area where we used to spend a lot of time, and as it was very small school, okay, those days like there were no kind of infrastructure wise there was nothing much, and
mm,
even when it comes to the resources, okay, then it was there was a scarcity of resources, and being in the local or a village kind of a school, even more there was a scarcity. Hardly we had any other resources to study. Okay, only resources were the textbooks which are prescribed by the government. Okay, in addition to that, whatever is fed from the teachers, even then the teachers had very limited access to the data or the subject. So that was the only source of I would say information. Nowadays, yeah, kids are pretty smart because the source of
Okay.
information is like a number of sources are there right from LKG. Okay, so the sources were very few, but still, yes, whatever required was covered in the textbooks, and we used to work hard and focus on the textbooks and study. But more or less, the freedom was more. We had enough time to spend on the schoolings or whatever we want to do, or with our parents. Okay, yeah, but which may not be possible in today's world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has pros and cons accordingly.
Yeah. Sure. They do. How how do you take the positive thing in your teen journey, till your teen journey? As in, how do you what for what do you feel lucky, more lucky and most lucky for being at that age compared to today's life?
Yeah, when it comes to teenage, definitely teenage plays a very vital role in our life. I think what we become in future, at least somewhere we see kind of a footprint of that in our teenage. And in my view, I see that is a very, very important period in life where you really kind of start growing or maturing in your life. Okay, so when it comes to what I had as a specific, definitely I had a good environment at home where I had my brothers, sisters, siblings, where we used to study together. Okay, that was a positive, and we had a similar kind of a. We were from all the same school, so we
Mm.
used to exchange our ideas. We used to share our best practices or whatever it is. Okay, good things, and we had a good support from the parents as well. And more importantly, I would say many of the places you will see parents are supporting and siblings are there. But I would say the special note I would like to add here is at least I felt I got a lot of attention from my teachers also, attention and motivation. More or less, I think yes, with the limited resources, the focus was more. And whenever we are doing something, they were kind of given a personal attention. Okay, and that kind of a support was provided by the teachers. I would say that played a critical role to move forward, because there was a lot of effort from them to prove something and to help. Okay, and that personal attention played a key role. That's what I feel.
Oh, great.
Because nowadays in today's school, wherever, at least whatever I have seen, that personal attention may not be there, especially in the
Yeah.
metros and all that. There I could feel it's a one-on-one, and a good amount of personal attention was there. That was a kind of a plus for me. The reason is the kind of school we studied. Just to give one example, I studied in a college, I mean to say inter. Okay, where if you go back in the history, the college was like more than 20-25 years old, and nobody has passed. Okay, inter 2 in one attempt.
Wow.
Okay, that was
That's
kind
nice.
of a history. Okay, maybe my brother was the first person, or who scored the first class. Okay,
Great.
and I was the second person. So with that kind of a history, it was a kind of a breaking the
That's
shackles.
yeah.
Okay, and that was possible maybe somewhere because of the definitely the environment at home and the support.
Support from your
But
family.
more importantly, even the attention from the teachers was too high. Okay, so I felt that that was a key point.
Oh, great. And
When it comes to things, yeah, that was a good part, maybe, but definitely we never had any kind of ground to play.
mm,
Okay, there was no specific ground to play and all that. I feel we missed out on that. Okay, that's what I feel.
yeah, I do understand. And what is that one thing that you wish you would have in beginning of your career, basically teenage, or one thing? It can be
Uh,
anything.
uh, uh,
Yeah,
I would say that I will take it as not in the career, in life, right? That's how I
yeah, yeah.
understand. I wish like if I could change something, maybe I wish I could have made more friends in my teenage or childhood. Okay, that's what I think I feel I missed out on that.
Okay. So, does that affect on your career now?
May not much. Okay, but I believe in uh, I
Self-learning,
believe that okay,
self-walking.
you need to be happy, or at the end, I would say everyone is aspiring to be happy, and many studies have shown that to
Yeah.
be happy, you need okay you need kind of a good network or
Yeah, good
support
circle in
system.
group.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so people who have that good network, secured support system, they are the happiest people in the life. Okay, and even when you go to the research and studies, you see that many researchers shown that again and again. Okay, what people regret at the end, okay, when they are in their last stage, they many times they feel that they could not spend more time in their family or their friends, or they could not focus on their personal relationships. Okay, so I feel like for life we need to have a balance. Okay,
Mm.
where we need to create personal relationships,
True, true.
and these personal relationships need not to be only in the family, in the form of siblings or cousins or parents.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say these personal relations should be uh, built strongly within family. It could be your parents, your spouse especially, and could be other relatives.
Mm.
And in addition to that, I feel friends, they play an important role. The reason we
Okay.
need these relations strong is when it comes to life, it is not a straight line. Okay,
Mhm.
we go through ups and downs. Okay, and in these ups and downs, when you are in up to celebrate something, you need these people with you, family or friends, whoever your loved
Yeah.
ones. Only then you will feel the sense of achievement. Okay, alone, even whatever you achieve, you may not feel it. And when you are in lows, definitely you need some helping hands, and those helping hands could change your life. Especially in today's life, we are so detached from the uh, personal touch. Okay, I see many depressions, many problems, especially with respect to
I
relationship.
totally understand.
So
Being in this, being teen of this generation, I sure understand. And yeah,
absolutely. I think these relations, they play a critical role when you are down, and definitely your joy will be multifolded when you have these relationships with you. That's what I strongly believe.
yeah,
And in addition to that, when it comes to the success, I believe like we need to have a coach in life. Okay, that's what I have realized. Okay, coach in the sense. Uh, it could
Like,
be anything for
yeah,
that
it may
matter.
not be person,
Okay,
it can be any inspiration. That's what you mean?
yeah, it could be any inspiration, or say for example, if you want to do something in your career, if you want to achieve something in career. Okay,
Hmm.
have some kind of a coach, or someone who's guiding and mentoring you. So what I have seen is, if you have someone guiding and mentoring you, the overall journey will be fast tracked. Okay, whatever you want to do or achieve in 10 years, okay, with the help of coach or mentor, you can do it in 2 to 3 years, because that mentor brings in a lot of experience from his life or her life, and from others life. So I felt, okay, always whenever you do, always try to do something better and see who is that expert who can help you in that area. With that, you will really grow fast. That's what I have realized, but I have realized it little late in life.
But late than never. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
and my next question is, how do you see
Mhm.
your failures and how do you treat them? And what was your biggest failure till now, till date?
Uh, when it comes to failure, okay, uh, I, I, I really don't know how to define failures, okay, but I see failure as a temporary state in life, okay, and it's a part of a life. If you want to do anything or everything, if you really want to do something big, okay,
Hmm.
failure is part and parcel of that, okay,
Hmm.
and it's just a temporary state of a state, okay. Definitely you don't quit at any point of time, keep trying, you will pass through that. That's how I see it, and I believe that it's just a temporary state. Just find a way, find a or try to find out a best way to come out of it. Don't never give up, okay. I go with that attitude.
Great.
So it's a, in
Absolutely great.
simple words, it's part and parcel of the life or anything what we do. But
Yeah,
yes, that
was-
is not the end. That is a part of the journey.
yeah,
And oh yeah, most importantly, like one more thing I would like to add is you learn a lot from the failures than okay the success. So that is very much needed. I feel, yeah.
sure. Yeah, that was fabulous. And what do you define the poster? What inspires you from the poster you have kept on the wall behind behind you?
Yeah.
The poster I can see.
If you I'll just turn around, and if you look at those that poster, I would say those are the keywords. Okay, and each keyword is so powerful that, say for example, it is goal. Okay, it just reminds me that we need to set goals in life. Okay, say training. Okay, training is again a learning, or a training is a never ending journey, okay. Doesn't matter what you do, okay, you have to be keep learning, and you have to take the training. You need to go ahead with the beginners mindset. So similarly, if you take teaching, yes, whatever we learn, it doesn't mean that we learn and keep it with us. We need to share with us so that others get benefited out of it, and that's how we grow our knowledge. So similarly, it's not a poster for me, and each and every word has a deep meaning within it. That's how I see it.
Great, amazing posters. So, in your career, who are the people who have influenced you the most, and who are the people for the
Mhm.
reason you are in this position? Like everyone have one key person or key people, few people who are the reason uh, for the success of someone. So, like, who was your that person? Who was that person? Who was that? Who are the people who supported you most and who influenced you, who guided you in the correct? And what would you
Yeah,
like to say them?
definitely. Yes, when it comes to yeah, where we are today, it's not like a one person's achievement. I would say it's a collective achievements. Maybe during different phases,
Hmm.
different people pitched in and definitely helped us. Okay. It depends, like in personal life it could be someone else, or in professional life it could be someone else, okay. So I would say, I am a reader, and I try to kind of learn from others. I keep that mindset. Okay, I believe learning is a never-ending process. Okay,
Okay.
but yes, apart from the family
Right.
support, okay, Definitely, I would say my brother was one who was along with me. Okay, and as he was part of we were part of the same school, same college, right from the first standard till engineering, and then we were in the same field. Okay, definitely, when it comes to, if you'll see throughout journey, I would say he was the one person who was inspiring or helping me whenever needed. Okay, yeah. Other than that, yes, definitely, family support was pretty good, and yeah, I had few key, I would say, people in life also, in professional life.
Mhm.
Okay, who really helped, needed, or guided me, mentor me. Okay, I would say it's not like it doesn't make any, or it doesn't justify if I take one name here. So at different phases, I think I found different mentors or coaches, and that helped me a lot. Okay, I feel so. Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing, like if you see, if you look at the outside world, maybe I'm not connected to a person directly, but I see, I seek a lot of inspiration from Rahul Dravid. Okay, the reason being, I see like he is a very disciplined. Okay, and I feel whatever he has reached this level in cricket, right, and he has earned it. Okay, nothing was easy for him. Right from a label of a test cricketer, he become a good test cricketer. Then he adopted to the one day. Then he adopted to the T20. He became from a team player to he became a captain, or then he became a wicket keeper.
Yeah.
So I
Very
could
versatile
see
player.
how we, yeah, how we need to adopt ourselves in the life. Okay, I see a good example there. And at the same time, the hard work, passion towards the work, or maybe discipline. Okay, that was always there on the cards. Even after having this discipline, hard work, and skill, you may not survive until and unless you adopt. And from there, he went on becoming the best coach for the under 19 team. So
Mm.
if you look at the role
Good
model, I
role
think
model.
Rahul Dravid is one such person. I follow him. Yeah, much.
Very admiring and beautiful journey of his hardworking. Yeah, he
Absolutely.
inspires me too. He's a great
Yeah,
person. I do admire him. I do follow him.
absolutely.
Very versatile, very adaptive player he was, and
Yeah, that
adaptation.
is what is required in today's world, because yeah, we studied and we started our career 15 years back. Maybe the change was not that visible, but nowadays, as a young generation, okay, the change is something which is permanent, and now and then people have to adopt. Okay, that is something really challenging for the next generation, and accordingly they are adapting to the situation.
That was good one. Uh, so my next question is, how do you keep your professional life and family life separate, or how do you treat your these lives? How do you treat? How do you make them different from
Mhm.
each other?
Yeah, interesting question. Yes, first of all, it's a very important, or there is a thin line between a personal life and a professional life. Okay, in general, when we graduate from our school, college, okay, when we get into the job, okay, there is a feeling in our mind. Okay, job itself is my career. Okay, career equal to life. That is a feeling. Okay, and we are kind of a lost. We don't ever think of anything outside my career. We are so immersed into the whatever activities we are doing. But definitely, I think that is not the way to live the life. Okay, you need to have the differentiation where your career or your professional life is different from the personal life. Okay, yeah, it's very challenging, challenging to bring that differentiation on the table. But I would say, okay, we need to practice it from the beginning, and say that at certain point we need to say that yes, this is my working hour, and this is where I step out. Okay, and this is where I limit, because family, giving time to family generally is kind of a it takes the back seat always. Okay, it's a
Mm.
least priority, but I would say that is also equally important, because we family is where we are, at the end we are
Yeah,
investing
the
time in our professional.
professional life is for the family life, so they are totally
Absolutely.
connected. So I think they are.
They are interlinked. Okay, so I would say we should differentiate and spare dedicated time to our family. It could
Oh,
be
yeah,
parents, spouse, kids, and even friends for that matter.
great, uh, great answer. And what is your perception for doing job? I mean, see, these days there are a lot of startups and entrepreneurs coming out who believe doing job is not worth or something, and they feel that earning more money gives them more, makes them more good at their work or something, gives them everything. How do you take your job? As do you enjoy your job, and how does, what are your perceptions for job? How do you think jobs are important for the people, and what do you think that?
Yeah, when it comes to the your own business or entrepreneurship and a job, these are two different topics, okay, altogether. And I would say job has its own pros and cons, and similarly other side also, it has its own
Yeah.
pros and cons. Okay, definitely I don't say that let's not compare both. Okay, it all depends on what you do. Say for example, an average person can survive in job. Okay,
Mm.
but same person if goes opens his own company or a startup, he may not survive. So I would say you should know what you want and what are your capabilities. Okay, and based on that you take a call, you want to do a job or you want to become a business, or you want to set up your own startup or whatever it is.
Mm.
But at the end, you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, and you know the challenges in both the areas, and take a conscious
Yeah.
decision. And once you take a conscious decision, okay, doesn't matter, okay, you might be inclined towards a startup, but because of the factors, whatever xyz factors, you land up in job. But never ever say that I'll not give 100%. Doesn't matter, you take a conscious decision based on your analysis. But once you take a decision, ensure that you are giving 100% to that, doesn't matter what it is. So that is more important in my view.
Great. And what I think is, when you are capable of doing something more greater than what you have achieved, why don't we do that?
Okay, first of all, you should know what you are capable of. And I believe that we, as a human being, we are capable of doing anything and everything, provided you have that dedication and passion for it. Okay, so you need to, if in most of the cases what happens is, I see we are not aware of our capability or the potential,
Hmm.
and that's where we end up doing something which is kind of not up to our potential. So it's again a process where you need to understand your strength, your potential, your capability, and you need to start experimenting or implementing that so that you get experience in there, and later on you shift your focus there. So I would say uh, first of all, self awareness itself is a big problem. If you ask me, or if you ask many of the people, like they don't know what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and what is their passion. Okay,
Yeah.
so that self realization or soul searching itself is a big activity. And after that, I think once you decide something and you are committed, I would say yes, you will do it. There are numerous examples where it is already proven that okay, if you are passionate and if you are
Mm.
committed, matter whatever comes, whatever impediments are coming, I think you will cross the river. That's how I see it.
Okay, that was impressive. And okay, now what are your perspectives for social media? What do you think they are? What values do you take from them, or do you even take values from them? What role does that
Absolutely.
play?
So social media, I would say, the most powerful platform I have ever seen. Okay, it's even more powerful than atomic bomb, because one atomic bomb can just explode in say 100 kilometers or whatever the range, but one message can travel the entire world within few seconds or few minutes. So I feel like social media is a platform. Okay, if you utilize it, nothing can beat that. Okay, that's how I see. And when it comes to social media, you have a, again, it's not a kind of a monopoly there, like it could be Facebook, or you have
Yeah.
all the varieties there. Okay, so you can do whatever you want and you can reach the crowd. You can send your message to the entire world. Okay, doesn't matter someone is sitting in America or South Africa or India.
Hmm.
So that is the power of the media, social media especially. So if you make use of it in the right way, I think you are unstoppable. At the same time, the fact shows that okay, you need to understand the one factor here is consumer versus creator. Okay, one biggest problem I see that only like there are 2 to 3% people who create the content,
Hmm.
whereas 95% or 97% people they consume it. Okay, so I feel the creators are doing amazing job, because they are trying to make others aware of the things, they are sharing the knowledge or whatever it is, and they are making it happen. However,
They are
I
the
would
real
feel
utilizers of social media.
absolutely they are making the positive use of the social media. However, I feel the 95% of the people, out of them maybe some might be a kind of learning from these whatever say this one, but
Hmm.
many of them are just losing time in the social media. I think
Oh,
it's a tool. If you use it for your better, nothing can beat it. But if you get into that as an addiction, and if you are not using it for your better,
it'll
I
destroy.
think that is the biggest addiction, which I would say more dangerous than alcohol or
Yeah,
drugs. Okay, yeah,
true, true.
which
And this is
kills
the
the
most
life. Yeah, yeah.
most bad
So I
addiction
would say the
average teen
absolutely,
has these days. Many teens.
absolutely. So the potential wise, nothing can beat social media, but it has to be used in the right way. That's how I see it.
Absolutely right. Correct. Sure. What are your perspective for market, business, stock market, and what are your views? How do you treat them?
Business, I would say I believe in that. When it comes to business, I believe, yes, by creating a business opportunity for yourself, okay, you are more self-dependent, and your growth is unstoppable there. Okay, it is what you are doing. Okay,
Hmm.
and one thing I believe is uh, when we work for there is nothing to take away from people who are in job. Okay, but if you really feel you have a potential, then business makes sense, because in job you are working for someone else and you are trying to grow his
Market.
business. Okay,
Yeah.
whereas if you put the same energy in business in the right direction, you might work for yourself, which can yield or which can create a lot of
Where you can
wealth for
make
you.
people work for yourself.
Yes, so in simple words, you make people to work for you rather than working for others. That is a one funda. But for that, it is not easy. It comes with its own
Yeah.
challenges. And
So, how did that happen? Yeah. So where were we?
So I would say always have a mindset to work for yourself. Okay. And even though you are working in office, have that mindset so that you are more productive, even if you are doing a job. That is on the business front. When it comes to the stock market, I think I'm pretty. I don't have a rich experience in that, but definitely I would say if you play it right, play it safe, you can make enough money. The reason is there are lots of instruments available in the market.
Mm,
Okay, right from PF, EPF, NPS, LIC, all that, ULIP, and all that. Okay, definitely they are not creating any wealth for you. Okay,
mm,
they are just beating the inflation, and by putting hard earned money in that, you may not create a wealth out of it, or maybe desired wealth out of it.
mm,
However, I would say if you collaborate with the good masterminds in stock market or equities, okay, there is a huge potential. With the right approach, there is a huge potential to create a wealth, uh, provided yes, you have good insights in that. And as it is said, high risk high rewards. Even the
mm,
stock market has a high risk and high rewards, but I would prefer to have a diversified portfolio which includes all other instruments. And definitely many people in India, they are staying away from stock market, maybe as they are not aware, or they are aware that this is a instrument where people lose money,
mm.
or they are scared of it. So definitely they
Knowledge
are missing
lacks in stock market.
opportunity. That's what I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
Okay.
But definitely you need to do your own research
Mm.
rather than just depending on anyone else.
Okay. So what? So you don't think it is the best investment which you make, and so what are the best investments you think are with the higher returns and whatever you expect from the investment?
I would say there is nothing called best or worst. Okay, even in the stock market, it might happen that you end up in picking the wrong stock and you might lose money.
Mm,
I would say the best investment, or I would say I will go a little bit off the track when it comes to the traditional investment. Okay, generally we think of only a stock market, real estate, or whatever it is. But in my view, I think real investment is definitely one which is known to all, which is stock market, real estate, and all that. But the investment should go in the self development. Okay, we should keep
exactly.
learning, we should keep investing.
Mm,
The reason is we have learned some skills long back,
mm,
and we are squeezing ourselves to utilize that and make best out of it, but
mm,
that doesn't work, and we are squeezing. Instead, keep investing in yourself. That is, I
mm,
think, we are missing, or many of the people are missing. They are not investing in themselves. The
mm,
second thing is investing on maybe mental health and physical health. In
mm,
today's world, that is taken a back seat. Okay, nobody is bothered about their physical, or very few people are bothered about physical and mental health. And this physical and mental health, if you have a good physical and mental health, that itself is kind of directly related to the kind of your earnings and what you do. Okay, you do things better than anything else. Okay, and fourth thing is on the relationship. So I would say, again, the relationship is something which has taken the back seat, and people are not thinking of investment. The reason is, today I'm putting, say for example, for retirement, I'm thinking of, say, I want to build a corpus of, say, 10 crores. Okay, that is from the financial point of view. But what
yeah,
about my relationship? Who will be with me? And if I'm not investing that time with my family, my friends, my spouse, can I build that relationship which is required for throughout the journey, not only for retirement? So I would say yes, investment is one way of investment is yes, which is known to all. But apart from that, yes, we should start investing in our relationships, our
Mm.
physical and mental health, and more importantly, our self development. I would say it's a good practice to keep 10% of your earnings on your self development, and that should be practiced right from the I would say beginning. Okay, a mentor and 10% of your earning investment, I feel that will create amazing combinations, and you will see the difference in your life.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good one. So, last but not the least, what is your formula for success? What do you believe from which you get success, and what do you follow for your success?
Again, success is a relative term. Okay,
Yeah,
I would say yeah, success might be
it has its
different
own
for
definition
different.
for everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a relative term, and everyone has its own definition. But at the end, okay, I would say at least I feel that I should have a goal,
Mm.
and achievement of that goal itself is a success. And goal could be anything. It could be in terms of relationships, it could be on the mental health or whatever it is, or it could be in the money. So my only takeaway is it's relative to the relative term, and for me, I put it in the form of a goal, and if I achieve it, then I call it a success. And when I during that journey, okay, so
Mm.
maybe to achieve that success, okay, I might see many failures or stoppages or impediments. That is something, okay, we should be ready to face it, and it should
Mm.
be taken as a temporary state. And more importantly, we should enjoy the journey. Okay,
Mm.
reaching a goal, okay, by squeezing yourself, I think that is, at least I personally believe, that is not the way to achieve the success. I believe in enjoying the journey and then attaining that success, and celebrating the small events as
Mm.
and when we move on.
Oh,
That's
great.
how I see it. Yeah.
Great. So, what advice you would like to give to the audience, for the viewers who are watching this? What advice you would give? Give me three advice. Just saying one worded or one sentence, not the deep or detailed explanation for them.
I would say if it has to be in one word, okay, I would say maybe I would like to summarize what I have said in the past also. Okay, failure is part of the life, and it's just a temporary state.
Mm.
Okay, goals are important. Have goals and try to achieve it. And I would say utilize your time in the right way. You should know where you are utilizing your time is equal to, time is precious. Okay,
Time is
so put
precious. Okay.
invest your time in right place. That's how I see.
Right place, right
So
time. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, that's how maybe I think I'm done with my three suggestions. Yeah.
Okay. That was great. Drishtikon session with you. And last one, what is that one question that you would like to ask yourself? If you would be in my place, what would be that one question you would ask yourself?
You mean to say if I am a host,
Yeah, yeah.
or you
If
mean to
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Generally, what question you would ask yourself if you were in my place?
one question, maybe
Take but
I'll one question I would like to ask is, do you know the purpose of your life? Okay, and are you heading towards it?
mm,
Okay, many times it happens that we don't know the purpose of life, and we are just leading a life. Okay, So it's better to know the purpose in the life, and I would say like uh,
Mm.
thrive to follow that or achieve it.
Great. Absolutely amazing. I would like to thank you for being with me at the Sticon of first episode of the Sticon. It was a wonderful experience being with you. I'm hope you enjoyed this session, and it's this very knowledgeable session for me. It gives me a lot of knowledge for me. It gives a lot of direction, meaning for me. So it was pleasure for me to have your session, have your interview on Dristicon.
I uh, I thoroughly enjoyed this session being with you, and it was really wonderful. It's my pleasure that you invited me as a guest here. I'm thankful for that and grateful for that. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. Thank you for being with me. Thank you. Hope we get
Thank you, and all the best.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All the best to you too. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.